We are live.
Hey guys, so we are on second day here in LA and we are following up with yesterday's patients that we did that transformation gladiator procedure that we shared with you. We work on the chest and then we went down and work on the abdomen, we work on the back and we work on the buttocks. And I want to show you how we started. I'm going to show you several views. And also we did a fat grafting to the buttocks, creating that sucker butt look that I explained to you. If you could see some scars, it's because our patient had a previous body lift, tummy tuck that went all around, and pec implants. You could see there was a little bit of asymmetry in his chest, and something very interesting that we found, and this is very important, we found that the implants that he had were not completely the same. This one was a little wider than this one. Maybe the other surgeon was trying to compensate for asymmetries, but he was not asymmetric to begin with. So it's important that we deliver honesty and that we put something that's equal, and if the report says so, it has to match with what the patient has. So we got rid of that. We got rid of those are out, and we improve. And let me show you how we look today. We're gonna go like this, and I'm gonna show you. We're gonna try to move the phone up so we don't get the patient's face, protect his identity, but I still wanna show you the chest, so keep the phone at an angle from top to bottom, and you could see beautiful fullness. We did the implant and we did what I call the sandwich technique. We are not only relying on the implants that are symmetric this time around, but we did fat grafting, and we call that the sandwich technique, especially here in the midline, to give him that beautiful contour where you have the sternum, an area, we call this a negative space, and then beautiful transition into the pec. You see a little bit of the residue of the markings that we did yesterday, and as you can see, the implant and the fat graft is filling up what we planned with the markings. This red marking was supposed to be where we wanted the fullness of the pec muscle, and how beautifully filled it is today. Then we work on those nipples. They are protected with steri-strips. We want to keep those for now because they're protecting the closure, but they're going to fall off in the next few days as the patient showers. And they're designed to work that way. And if we go on the side, we're going to turn. I'm going to ask my patient to turn. I'm going to keep him all covered. Beautiful volume. I love this volume on the chest. This is very, very, very desirable. He looks fit. And then here, I'm gonna raise the arm ever so gently, just up to here, because he's only day one, so he's a little swollen and tender, and purple, as you can see, bruised, which is to be expected. But here you see more steri-strips, and this was what we call the lateral chest pinch. We wanted to create this shadow here. Sometimes when we had a lot of laxity here, we don't see the edge of the pec. This edge right here, that's so nice and makes you look so fit. We wanted to see that. So by doing the lift, we got rid of some excess and laxity that we had here, getting him super tight, creating that beautiful edge of the pec right here. And then we're gonna turn back to the front. We're gonna go down to the abdomen. And here we carved what he had. So this is not like we're forcing abs where there was nothing. We take the fat out, and then we enhance the look of those abs that they were hidden. No, not anymore. Now they're out for the world to see. And this sets the stage for the patient to start working out. It's like a new chapter in their lives. They see this as an investment in themselves. And now as he continues to work out, those squares are gonna get even more pronounced. But that's the important part of proper body contouring plastic surgery, is to use what the patient has and create your canvas following that anatomy. So when he starts working out in the future, in the near future, when we give him the green light, everything is just gonna look better, and he's gonna elevate these results even more. Going down, we see the steri-strips, more steri-strips here, because we did a tummy tuck scar revision. Like I showed you, he had a tummy tuck in the past, and there was a little bit of widening on that scar, and a little bit of fullness here if you see on the towards the left. Now that is super flat, super flat and tight, and the fullness that he had here is gone. We did Renuvion J plasma all over the torso, and that's gonna set the stage for developing new collagen fibers and also remodeling of the collagen fibers, which is gonna add tightness. I don't know if there's any questions. I keep talking. I'm letting you know what I did, but I'm gonna give you guys a look. He needed a little bit of help, and he got it. He definitely got that help. This is the before. Let me zoom in on the buttock and the transition between the lower back. We had love handles and a little bit of flatness here. There was a little bit of projection here, which was nice. But there's no little now. There's projection for days. The body's bodying in the sucker butt shape. And I want to turn you finally like this. So with the male buttock fat grafting, we don't want to feminize the body. Obviously, we follow what the patient wants. But in this case, we wanted something very, very masculine, very, very athletic. So we preserve what we call the hip dips, which right under the trochanters, which is a very, very masculine anatomic feature, and also the venous dimples. Right now he's swollen, but we worked very hard on these dimples with Lipo and Renuvion J plasma to make sure that the paraspinal muscles that you can see beautifully here, and a little bit here, pop and are out for the world to see, making him look very, very, very fit. Another thing I'm gonna show you in the before from the back, he had some areas of fullness, not just the love handle, but also fullness in what we call the back rolls. So gone, we did liposuction with a lot of Renuvion J plasma to tighten this up, getting him that V shape, overall V shape, wider shoulders, smaller waist, in a very, very manly and athletic form. So we're gonna finish the turn towards the camera, and this is one of our staple procedures for the females and for the males. We do liposuction, high definition, and you guys that are watching, if you scroll through the social media, you might see a lot of people calling high definition lipo left and right. They're using the term sparingly, but truly high definition is when we use the right technology, and we have that technology available here. We are talking Baser Lipo, we're talking Renuvion J plasma, we're talking Morpheus, we're talking Body Tight, different components that add that layer of definition that's just elevated and truly high definition.
What are some of the advantages of chest implants?
So it depends on the patient wishes, how much volume they want. We do fat grafting, and you guys see us doing a lot of fat grafting for the chest. So the benefit is that when we don't have a lot of fat to work with, that's usually my number one reason. If we don't have a lot of fat and the patient has no problem in having, an implant, then we go that way, we go that route. But whenever we have fat and the patient, it's, up to using his own tissue, there's no problem to using fat grafting, which works great. As I told you, we did the sandwich technique, so we did both. And yeah, we can do both in order to enhance the result and make them more polished. In this case, the implant gave us volume. He had implants in the past, so he was not new to the rodeo of implants, but we used the fat to just contour the chest a little better towards the midline, creating a better definition between the sternum and the chest. This fullness here, we accentuated this with a little bit of additional fat grafting, and then we have the volume provided by the implant itself. So that's the reason, really, the amount of fat that we have to work with. All right?
You want to wrap it up?
Oh yeah. So I hope you guys enjoy. This is a beautiful transformation. He's complying with the massages. We just did one massage now with the post-op care team, which is also something important to do. And we're gonna keep doing several massages throughout the healing process and compression. Hope you guys enjoy.